Look at the top of his head as he looks so excited for another Madden 20 trading video. As today, dudes, a highly requested video here in Madden 20 franchise, as we are going to go over, I think I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different players in Madden 20 franchise that are impossible to trade for. And it's kind of funny because it's not like extremely high rated players. Every single one of these players are going to be in the 80s. So this video will show you some players that you should never even try to waste your time on trying to acquire via trade Madden 20 franchise. And I'll once again just exploit and show you why the trade logic is so stupid in this game. So hope you guys do enjoy today's video. And if you do, make sure to smash that like button. If you guys want any more trading videos on the channel, let me know in the comment section below. Make sure to subscribe if you are new and turn on the notification bell if you haven't. With that said, let me go ahead and explain to you off the bat, or let me just show you why in Madden 20 the whole impossible player to trade for thing is just stupid, and especially with the players that I'm going to show you that are impossible to get in today's video. The reason why it's so stupid is because it's not like the 99 rated players, and let me show you why. So, a player like 99 rated Deandre Hopkins, the most valuable wide receiver in the entire game, you'd think, I mean, if there's going to be players that you can't simply trade for, no matter what you put into your trade, if you can't trade for them, it would seem like it would be like the highest rated 99 overall players, but it's not. Let me show you why. So for the Houston Texans, if they want DeAndre Hopkins, let's throw in there our top rated right outside linebacker, Leonard Floyd, and then our top rated right tackle, which is Bobby Massey. They might not want him. Let's see how close this is. They don't want Bobby Massey. Let's see, what one of these players would they possibly want? Let's go with Eddie Jackson. They don't want Eddie Jackson. Let's see, below him, Kyle Fuller or Akeem Hicks. They want Kyle Fuller, okay, so we submit this through, and it's in the orange. So now if we throw in a draft pick, let's go with the 3rd overall selection in this upcoming draft, submit this through, it was accepted. So this shows you right here, even guys like DeAndre Hopkins aren't impossible to get. But the guys in this list, they are impossible to get, and it's absolutely hilarious how this trade logic is in Madden. Now guys, first of all, what I do want to show you is to prove a point, have got the most valuable possible players in a Madden 20 franchise. When I say that, you see Javon Wims, we have Chase Daniel, we have Cornelius Lucas, and we have Duke Shelley. Now, I've made every single one of those players as young as you can possibly be. They're all 20 years of age. They're all 99 overall for their position. They're all superstar X Factor with that development trait. And they're all literally free players. They're on 7-year contracts. The first year of a 7-year contract worth $0. So all these players are as young as they can possibly be, as good as you can possibly be, and free for 7 years. So nobody can get more valuable than these 4 players that we're going to have using deals. And even though they're that good, and you just saw I was able to get a guy like DeAndre Hopkins, you can't get the guys on today's list. So first player we are going to go after is a member of the New York Jets, and that's going to be Mr. CJ Mosley, 87 overall. Now, what do the Jets want in return? They want a QB. We have Patrick Mahomes on today's video. We also have a 99 rated, best as you can possibly be, left tackle Cornelius Lucas. And last but not least, let's throw in, what do we have? Let's go with Bobby Wagner. He's a 99 overall. So, I mean, why is that? Their number 1 team need is a middle linebacker, and we have the best possible middle linebacker. I mean, in terms of ratings, the best linebacker in the history of the NFL in Madden 20. And they don't even want him in terms of the green. That makes literally no sense. Submit this through. That's not even halfway to going through for CJ Mosley. Now, let's throw in Chase Daniel, since they do want a quarterback. So, well, they might not want 2 quarterbacks. I mean, maybe, why not? That's still not even halfway to going through. So who else do we have? We have Khalil Mack. They want Khalil Mack, so Patrick Mahomes, a guy that's 99 rated at 20 years of age, who's a free player for you in Khalil Mack. For CJ Mosley, not even halfway. So for this deal to be accepted, you need 2 Patrick Mahomes, 2 Cornelius Lucases, who are 99 overall, and 2 Khalil Macks, and maybe at that point they would accept the trade for CJ Mosley. This shows you right here. You saw how much easier it was to get a DeAndre Hopkins than CJ Mosley, but Madden 20 for you. So next player we're going to try and attempt to get is going to be a member of the Detroit Lions, and the reason why this one's so crazy, Mr. Mike Daniels, yeah, he's decent, 87 rated, but he's 30 years of age, and we've all seen in Madden videos prior. Like, let me just show you, for example, a member of the LA Rams, a guy by the name of Mr. Eric Weddle. And the reason I want to show you this trade is because, as you see, when players are over 30 years of age, even if they're high rated, they're extremely easy to get. So get a guy like Eric Weddle. All it's really going to take, maybe like a 3rd round draft pick, and maybe a backup running back like David Montgomery. Submit this through, and it was declined. That's because that's next year's 3rd round draft pick. Added a 4th for next year too. There it was. There it was accepted. So you see how easy it is to get Eric Weddle. He's over the age of 30, and now trying to get a guy just a few years younger than him. And we'll just show you guys what this freaking game's all about. So here we are, Mr. Mike Daniels. Once again, they need a middle linebacker. We have the best one in the history of the NFL, and that's Mr. Bobby Wagner. They do want him. And also throw in, they want a left tackle. So once again, we have the best left tackle in the history of the NFL. And that goes by the name of Mr. Cornelius Lucas. We can throw in another middle linebacker. Though the 99 rated middle linebacker that's a 20-year-old that is free for him. Now as you see, for Mike freaking Daniels, an 87 overall 30-year-old, that's not even 3/4 of the way to going through. So instead of him, can we throw in Patrick Mahomes instead? Patrick Mahomes, submit this through. It didn't even boost up at all. So once again, 30-year-old Mike Daniels, don't ever try to get him in your Madden 20 franchise. Now this one is a funny one. These kind of combine into one. I counted them as 2 players, but because they are 2 players, it's the same concept. Mr. Marcus Mariota from the Tennessee Titans. What would it take to bring him in? Oh, how about a straight up trade? Patrick Mahomes for Marcus Mariota. Submit this through. Oh, the cap room. And on top of that, the best receiver arguably in the NFL. Submit this through. Look at that, dudes. That's not even Jesus. That's like a 4th of the way to going through. So maybe it's because we have 2 quarterbacks instead of 1. It's about a franchise left tackle. They don't even want our franchise 99 rated left tackle. How about the cornerback? They don't even though the cornerbacks are number 2 position in need, they don't want a 99 rated 20-year-old free cornerback. So this game's absolutely fantastic. So how about Khalil Mack instead? They do want Khalil Mack. And look, it didn't even go up. So if I'm a Titans fan, I am a Titans fan, and we were offered Mahomes, Hopkins, and Khalil Mack for Marcus Mariota and we didn't accept, I don't know what I would do. I was about to say burn down the stadium, but that's illegal. So we're not going to do that. But you get my point. And it's the same exact thing for Mr. Jameis Winston of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's actually a lower overall than Marcus Mariota. He's a 77 overall, but same exact concept. At least it's a little bit closer, but it's still not gonna be accepted. It's just not freaking possible. So with that said, next we're gonna be going, now this one doesn't make literally any sense to me. The Oakland Raiders. And if you guys have seen my trading videos in the past, you realize that offensive linemen are valued very low. You can get 90 rated offensive linemen for literally like a 3rd round draft pick and a backup running back. Well, how about an 82 overall right tackle Trent Brown? You would think a low overall offensive lineman, well not really low overall, but lower than a 90 overall, and he's not even like super young. He's 26 in the prime of his career arguably. So Trent Brown, what is it going to take to bring him in? How about our top 3 players? Lucas, Hopkins, Shelley, all 99 rated? Look at it. Would you look at it? Not even, or just barely halfway to going through for an 82 overall right tackle who's 26 years of age. You probably won't even get any higher than like an 85. So instead of that, they need a left tackle. What do we have? We have Khalil Mack. They need an outside linebacker, and then Josh Woods, the middle linebacker. Submit it through, and they didn't even go up at all. So once again, Madden, what a great game. Next player that you should never even try to attempt to get, that is Mr. Marcus Peters. I mean, it's kind of understandable, like the last one, Trent Brown. He's younger at 26. He's a decent cornerback. He's a really good cornerback at 82 overall, but still, when you're going to offer Deandre Hopkins, Khalil Mack, and Aaron Donald for the guy, they don't even want Deandre Hopkins. I guess they're okay with their wide receiver core. So instead of him, how about the 99 overall cornerback? Submit this through. Oh, do you know, not accepted. At least that one was closer than the other ones. So Marcus Peters, straight up for a 99 rated 20-year-old free cornerback for 7 years. I think the Rams would accept that, but not just that to sweeten the deal. Khalil Mack and they're getting back Aaron Donald here. It's not enough to be accepted. What a great game that we are playing here. Next player that we are going to attempt to get is a member of the Baltimore Ravens, and that is Mr. Jimmy Smith. And why this one makes no sense to me, just as like a counterpart to him, a player very similar to him, the same age, Josh Norman. You can literally get him for a couple of buckets and a pigeon. So Jimmy Smith, with him being over 30 years old, 84 overall, we'd like surely be able to get him, for a 99 rated 22-year-old. That's free for you. And look at that. Look at it. You need like 7 of them. So let's sweeten the deal a little bit for the Ravens. DeAndre Hopkins, And let's go with Mr. Patrick Mahomes, a league MVP. They barely even want Patrick Mahomes. Submit this through, it's barely even halfway. So instead of Patrick Mahomes, how about Aaron Donald? Submit this through for 84 overall Jimmy Smith. That's barely 3/4 of the way going through. What a great game. And I've said that, but I just want to emphasize the fact that this is such a fantastic freaking game. So next, we are going to go with Mr. Kyle Rudolph on the Minnesota Vikings. He's a tight end. As you guys have seen, tight ends are very not valued. You could probably get Delaney Walker for a pigeon and 2 cups of water. They need a left tackle. We have the best one in NFL history. They also need a linebacker, outside linebacker. How about Khalil Mack? And why not sweeten the deal with the 99 rated wide receiver? They don't even want Khalil Mack. That's fantastic. I'm sure the Vikings in real life would not be interested in Khalil Mack whatsoever. So instead of him, we'll just throw in Patrick Mahomes. How about this for a tight end, 85 rated? He's not even valued at 5 stars. It is halfway. For some reason, they valued the 99 rated player at 4 stars as well. So instead of him, how about the 99 rated cornerback? I'm sure they value him at 5 stars. And it barely even went up. So 3 99 overall players, one of them being the reigning league MVP, 2 of them being 20 years old, 99 rated it for free for 7 years, for a 4-star 85 rated Kyle Rudolph. Not even, it's just a little bit over halfway to being accepted. Next, this one, I think out of all the trades, this one might make the least amount of sense. Once again, as we've seen, if a player is over 30 years old, they're normally very easy to get, especially if they're as low of an overall as Jerry Hughes. 83 overall. Jerry Hughes, what's it going to take to bring him in? How about our top 3 players submit this through? Look at it. It's probably actually the closest it's been to having a trade being accepted, but still, there's nothing else we can add on top of this deal. That's why I wish in Madden they at least made it 4 or 5 assets that you could add into a trade, not just 3, because you see, this is stupid. This is stupid. Like, maybe if we added in another, like, first overall selection, this would probably be accepted, but it's not. They don't even value Jerry Hughes at 5 stars. It'd be more understandable if he was valued at 5 stars, but he's not. So maybe you could say it's not all positions that they do want. It's okay, let's see. They want a quarterback. We have the best one in the league in Patrick Mahomes. They also need a defensive tackle. We have one they'd be interested in. Eddie Goldman, of course they would. And last but not least, how about our right guard? We have a right guard, Kyle Long. Look at this, they want all these players, all positions of need. It actually went down. So, this is actually hurting my brain. So next, we're going to go to the Arizona Cardinals, and this is actually the lowest overall player on the entire board. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I mean, he's very young, he's very good. 80 overall, the lowest on the whole entire list. But the thing is, the fact of the matter, that a guy like Landon Collins or a guy like Jamal Adams, you can get for a couple decent players in the first round draft pick. But Budda Baker, an 80 overall, what's it going to take to bring him in? You know, a wide receiver, Deandre Hopkins, why not? Why not add in another wide receiver, since they do need a wide receiver, and then they need an offensive lineman. Why not offer one of the best offensive linemen in the history of the league? Submit this through. It's green, but there's, once again, nothing else we can add. How about instead of 2 wide receivers, we add in the #1 overall selection into the deal? Still not accepted. Literally nothing else we can add to make this deal better, because we're limited to slots. And we can't get 80 overall Budda Baker. Their 30-year-old, 82 overall lefty, Mr. Jabal. We add him into the deal. They need, once again, they need a quarterback. We have Patrick Mahomes. At the middle linebacker position, we have Bobby Wagner and a 99 rated, but we'll just add in Bobby Wagner here. And then they need outside linebacker. How about Khalil Mack? They don't even want Khalil Mack, so once again, that's fantastic. So how about a straight-up swap for a defensive end position? We can swap Mr. Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald straight up for Jabal. I mean, I think would be accepted in real life, but not on top of that, we can add in 2 more 99 rated players, the league MVP and Bobby Wagner. And look at it, it's not even green. So 2 more to go, and this one's hilarious. On the Miami Dolphins, Xavier Howard. As we've seen, we've had Minka Fitzpatrick get traded. The whole entire Dolphins organization's fallen through. I mean, I think the Dolphins would take draft picks for Xavier Howard, and they're trying to rebuild. So with what we've seen them trade away in what they got in return, I'm pretty sure a #1 overall selection for Xavier Howard would be accepted. But it looks like for Xavier Howard to be traded to Madden 20, it would take, what is that, maybe 15 first overall selections? Very realistic, isn't it? So let's help the Dolphins rebuild and become a 7, 8, 10 win team right now. So for Xavier Howard, Patrick Mahomes. Okay. Next, we'll give him a franchise left tackle. I mean, they don't even have to spend a dime on him for the next 7 years. Cornelius Lucas, 99 overall. And why not help him out with a solid outside linebacker, Mr. Khalil Mack? Submit this through. It's Xavier Howard. And that's not even halfway to go freaking through. So here we are, last but not least, we're going to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't think he should be in Madden franchise right now because, I mean, he's injured. He's been injured for the past 2 years. Hopefully, God willing, man, this guy can come back. But in Madden 20, you can't even trade for him. If you wanted to play for him, you can't trade for him. So Mr. Ryan Shazier, just off the bat, top 3 players, 99 rated across the board. Not even halfway. Maybe, just maybe, they want to try and improve at the quarterback position instead of Mason Rudolph, Patrick Mahomes. Ryan Shazier, submitted through, not even halfway. So, what we've seen today is the fact that Madden 20 is a very stupid game.